See problems on microwave transmission lines. So now consider the first problem. A 50 ohm lossless transmission line has a pure reactance of J100 ohms as its load. Find VSWR. So for finding VSWR, first we need to know the formula for reflection coefficient. So reflection coefficient is equal to, as we know, ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. So ZL value is J100 and minus of 50 ohm lossless transmission line is, that is Z0 value is 50. So J100 minus J50 divided by J100 plus 50. So we need to take the magnitude of reflection coefficient. So it will be square root of 100 square plus 50 square divided by 100 square plus 50 square equals 1. So VSWR's formula is 1 plus reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus reflection coefficient. So numerator will be 1 plus 1 and denominator is 1 minus 1. It is equals to 2 by 0. So yeah, 2 by 0 value will be infinity. So VSWR value is infinity. So next problem, a uniform plane electromagnetic wave incident normally on a plane surface of a dielectric material is reflected with a VSWR of 3. What is the percentage of incident power that is reflected? So we know that VSWR is 1 plus reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus reflection coefficient. So in the problem already they have given the VSWR value. So 3 is equal to 1 plus reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus reflection coefficient. So reflection value will get it as 0.3. But reflection coefficient square is equal to power reflected divided by power incident. So anyway we got the reflection coefficient value. So 0.5 whole square is equal to PR by PI. So the answer will be 25% of incident power is reflected. The voltage standing wave pattern in a impedance 50 ohm and a resistive load as shown in the figure. This is the standing wave ratio diagram. So we can read peak value will be the maximum value and less value will be the minimum value, that is V max and V minimum. So VSWR is nothing but V max by V minimum. So V max value given the diagram it is 4 and V minimum value is 1. So voltage standing wave ratio will get it answer as 4. So but in the problem they told to find out only the load resistance. So for that I'll consider only Z minimum value. Z minimum is nothing but Z0 by S. As the minima is at the load, ZL is nothing but Z minimum value is equal to Z0 by S. So ZL is equal to 50 by standing wave ratio value is 4. So ZL value will get it as 12.5 ohms. Input resistance of a lambda by 8 section of a lossless transmission line of the characteristic impedance is 50 ohm is found to be real when the other end is submitted by a load of ZL is equal to R plus JX. If X is 30, the value of R is. So we already know that input impedance Zin is equal to Z0 ZL plus J Z0 tan beta L divided by ZL plus J ZL tan beta L. L is equal to lambda by 8. So we'll find the beta L value. If you find beta L value, it is pi by 4. We know that already tan pi by 4 value will be 1. So substituting the same value here, Zn is equal to Z0 ZL plus J Z0 divided by Z0 plus J ZL. So we know that ZL is equal to R plus JX and Z0 is equal to 50. So here only X value they have given in the problem. So substitute that R plus JX. So Zn is equal to 50, R plus J 30 plus J 50 divided by 50 plus J R plus J 30. So 50 into R plus J 80 divided by 50 minus 30 plus JR, because J into J it will be J square value is minus, so 50 minus 30 plus JR. So Zin is equal to 50, R plus J 80 divided by 20 plus JR. So is equal to 50, taking the conjugate and separating the real and the imaginary part of Zn is equal to 0. So imaginary part is 1600 minus R square divided by 20 square plus R square is equal to 0. So R value will get it as 40 ohms. In the transmission line shown the impedance Zn between the node A and the ground is. So the diagram has shown in the figure. So node A it is 100 ohms and one more terminal they have given us 15 volts. Since the line of the length is 0.5 lambda, so Zn is equal to same formula, Z0 is equal to ZL plus J Z0 tan beta L divided by Z0 plus J ZL tan beta L. So for lambda by 2 line, beta L is equal to 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 2. So the value we will get it as pi. So z in 1 is equal to z naught zl plus j naught divided by z naught plus j naught. So when here in the problem you can see z in is equal to 100 parallel with 50. So z in value will be the 33.3 ohms. At a frequency of 4 megahertz, a parallel wire transmission line has the following parameter. So primary constant they have given in the problem. The line is 100 meters long, terminated in a resistance of 300 ohms. Find the standing wave ratio and the voltage reflection coefficient of the load. So as we know that characteristic impedance is Z0 is equal to square root of Z by Y. So all primary constant they have given the problem. If we substitute the value, I'll get it as 600 minus j 0.149. And we know the reflection coefficient and the standing wave ratio formula. Reflection coefficient is ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL minus Z0 minus Z0. So answer will get it as minus 0.33 plus j 1.11 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Okay, since in the problem they have given ZL value and Z0 value already we got. Substituting both the values, I'll get reflection coefficient value. Then standing wave ratio is 1 plus magnitude of reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus magnitude of reflection coefficient. So that value answer will get it as 2. Next problem, a 300 ohm lossless air transmission line is connected to a complex load composed of a resistor in series with an inductor as shown in the figure. At 5 megahertz, determine reflection coefficient, standing wave ratio, location of the voltage maximum nearest to the load and the location of current maximum nearest to the load. So in the problem we can see R and L are in series. So ZL is equal to R plus J omega L. So ZL is equal to 600 plus J 628 ohms. And reflection coefficient is ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. So substituting the value, you'll get reflection coefficient as 0.60 to the power of J 29.6. So reflection standing wave ratio is 1 plus magnitude of reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus reflection coefficient. So answer is 4.405. And Imax value is theta r by lambda divided by 4 pi is equal to 29.6 degrees into pi divided by 180 degrees into 600 by pi. So while substituting the value, we'll get it as 2.46 meters. So now the last part is the location of the current maxima correspond to the voltage minima and vice versa. Hence the location of current maximum nearest to the load is same as the voltage minimum nearest to the load. So I minimum is equal to I max plus lambda by 4. So 2.46 plus 15, it is 17.46 meters. And reflection coefficient is equal to S minus 1 divided by S plus 1. So if I substitute the value, I'll get it as 0.5. ZL is equal to RL minus JXC, where XC is equal to 1 by omega C. And reflection coefficient in terms of impedances, it is ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. And taking the complex conjugate of that term, so I'll get it as reflection coefficient square is equal to ZL Z0 star plus Z0 square minus Z0 into ZL plus ZL star divided by ZL ZL star plus Z0 square plus Z0 ZL plus ZL star. Okay, after simplifying the equation, I will get it as XC is equal to 66.1 ohms. Hence C is equal to 1 by omega XC. After substituting the value of XC, I will get it as 241 picofarad. So next problem, a 50 ohm lossless transmission line is terminated in a load with the impedance ZL is equal to 30 minus J50 and the wavelength is 8 cm. Find the reflection coefficient, standing wave ratio, position of the voltage maxima nearest to the load and the current maximum nearest to the load. So we know that reflection coefficient is ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. So answer will be 0.57 e to the power of minus J 79.8. And we know that already standing wave ratio in terms of reflection coefficient is 1 plus magnitude of reflection coefficient divided by 1 minus magnitude of reflection coefficient. The answer is 3.65. So the C is D max is theta r lambda divided by 4 pi plus n pi by 2. So substituting all the values, we will get it as 3.11 centimeter. Similarly, D minimum value is equal to D max minus lambda by 4. 3.11 centimeter minus 8 centimeter divided by 4 answer is 1.11 centimeter. And next, an open wire telephone line has in the problem they have given again primary constant. They asked to find Z0, alpha and beta at 1 kilohertz. So we know that series impedance is Z is equal to R plus J omega L. Since all the parameter value they have given in the problem, I'll get Z as 27.04 angle of 68.3 degrees, 3 degree ohms. Already I told that we can keep the answer in rectangular form also, we can keep it in polar form also. Shunt admittance is Y is equal to G plus J omega C. So Y is equal to 50.24 into 10 to the power of minus 6 angle of 89.54 degrees. Characteristic impedance is square root of Z by Y. So again here substituting the value of Z by Y, Z0 is equal to 721.03 minus J 135.2 ohms. Again here propagation constant, we already know that it is a square root of Z into Y. So propagation constant is 0.007 plus G 0.036 per kilometer. So already we know that propagation constant is nothing but alpha plus J beta. So alpha is attenuation constant. So while comparing both the equation, alpha is equal to 0.007 neighbors per kilometer and the phase constant is 0.036 radians per kilometer. A characteristic impedance of a uniform transmission line is 2000 ohm at frequency of 1 kilohertz. So in this problem, they have given here the propagation constant value, that is 0.054 angle of 60 degree, and they asked to find only the primary constants, that is RLGC. So we given that Z0 is equal to 2000 ohm and gamma is equal to 0.054 angle of 60 degree. And omega is equal to 2 pi f. So 2 pi f, if I calculate the value of omega, 6280. We know that R plus J omega L is equal to gamma into Z0. So gamma value they have given and Z0 value they have given. So R plus J omega L value will be 54 plus J 93.53. Therefore, while comparing both the equation, R is 54 ohms per kilometer and omega L is equal to 93.53. So L is equal to 93.53 divided by 6280 henries per kilometer. So L value is 14.89 mini henries per kilometer. Similarly, G plus J omega C value is gamma divided by Z0. So it is 13.5 plus J 23.38 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Again comparing the equation, I'll get G has 13.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6 moles per kilometer and C has 3.723 milli microfarad per kilometer. A 10% voltage drop across in 3 km of a uniformly loaded transmission line is determined by its characteristic impedance, and there is a phase angle of 30 degree over the same distance at a frequency of 800 Hz. Find the value of line attenuation in decibels per kilometer and the velocity of propagation. Attenuation in decibels is 20 log Vs by Vr for 3 km. Since the voltage drop is 10%, Vr is equal to 90 by 100 into Vs is equal to 0.9 Vs. So attenuation in decibels is 20 log based on Vs by 0.9 into Vs. So if we find the value, I'll get it as attenuation in dB 0.916 decibels for 3 kilometers. Therefore, for the line of 1 kilometer, it is 0.916 divided by 3. So answer is 0.3053 decibels per kilometer. Phase angle for 3 kilometer, it is 30 degree. So if you find out this value, 30 by 3 is 10 degree. So beta value, I'll get it as 10 degree. So converting into radians, that is 10 into pi by 180, it is pi by 18 radians. So phase velocity Vp is equal to omega by beta and Vp is equal to 28,800 km per second. So here in the problem they have given 8 megahertz characteristic impedance of a transmission line is 40 minus J2 and the propagation constant is 0.01 plus J 0.18 per meter. Find the primary constant. So omega value they have given in the problem. So omega, so it is 2 pi f. Frequency they have given, so we can find omega value. So omega is 50.24 into the power of 6 and Z0 is 40 minus J2. Gamma is 0.01 plus J 0.18. So R plus J omega is equal to Z0 into gamma. So if I substitute, I'll get it as R plus J omega is equal to 0.76 plus J 7.18. So R value is 0.76 ohms per meter and omega is 7.18. So if I substitute here omega value, L will be 0.1429 microhenries per meter. and g plus j omega c is equal to gamma by z naught. Again here g plus j omega c is 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 angle of 89.06. So again I am comparing g is equal to 7.38 into 10 to the power of minus 4 mho per meter and omega c is equal to 449.9 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So c is equal to 8.95 into 10 to the power of minus 10 farads per meter.